In this video, we'll be showing you what is zugzwang, okay? So zugzwang is a term in chess that means that your opponent or the person in zugzwang has no good moves. Any move that they make is the bad move. It either gives away some squares for some king infiltration or piece infiltration, or it just gives away a piece, right? So in this position, we're gonna show you 3 positions in this video. The first position, we are the white pieces and it's white to move. And we are in zugzwang because the king is here on f3, the pawn is about to promote, and the king is covering these squares, the pawn is covering these squares. We only have one move to make. And because we're in zugzwang, we have to make that move, and it will be king d2. This move allows the opponent's king to go to f2, and then there's nothing that we can do to stop the promotion of the pawn here on e1. So let's say we move here, now they can just promote into a queen, to a rook, and win the game like that. So that's that zugzwang position when we don't have any good moves. Okay, let's look at the second position. So I would like for you to stop this video and see everything. Try to calculate all these moves that could be made by the black pieces. Because right now it's white to move, and consider what move would you make in this position. So hopefully you were able to see this during the pause. So we can see that if they were to capture the knight, we can just push our pawn forward, and because the king is here on d4, the bishop can never go here. Also, we have a pawn here that can just capture the bishop. And because if they capture the knight here, we have this push of a6. They're not in time to stop this pawn from promoting, right? So another thing would be like, okay, let's say they can just push the bishop somewhere after our move, right? We make a move, and let's say they go with the bishop here. So first of all, we need to find a move, and we don't have to do anything crazy. We can just like make a waiting move. Let's say the bishop goes here to g7. We have a fork. Same would happen here because you have a fork here, right? So let's say over here, again, there's nowhere that the bishop can go to without getting forked, and it cannot even go to e3 because you can just capture it. What about this one? Again, we have another fork. And same with this one, we have another fork. So in this position, we know that the bishop cannot move anywhere without getting forked. So after our move h1, the black pieces would have to just make a move. Let's say if they make a move with the king, we can actually just move the pawn to a6. Now they're not in time to stop our pawn from promoting, right? So even better than capturing this pawn, we just push the pawn forward. So anywhere they move, so let's say even worse, if they move here, we can just push the pawn forward. What if they move here? Again, we just push the pawn forward. And if they ever capture the knight, you just push the pawn forward again, and they cannot stop the pawn from promoting. So that's at zugzwang, because they don't have any good moves. And you can either make waiting moves, or you can just do your thing, because they have no good moves available. And let's look at this third position, where the white pieces, it's white to move. And we need to consider this pawn here is very, very nice. So if we make a move and then move the bishop away, we can just give a checkmate, right? So they cannot move the bishop away. And also, if for some reason we are able to replace this pawn with our pawn, that would just be a checkmate in 1. So you can pause the video, try to find the move. Hopefully you were able to find it, but here the move is just rook a6. It's a brilliant move. Very, very nice move. And the idea is that if they move the bishop somewhere, you just have checkmate in 1. But the most common response, an obvious response, will be to just capture the rook, because they cannot move the bishop. And if they capture the rook, you would just give a checkmate here on b7 with the pawn. So that's again a zugzwang, knowing and recognizing that your opponent doesn't have any good moves available. Okay, so hopefully this term helps you for your games as well, right? When your opponent doesn't, try to evaluate your position, your opponent's position, if they have any good moves or not. Sometimes you can make a waiting move or try to improve your position with your pieces. Okay, So we need to capitalize on certain things like that. I hope this video helped you. Please like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe, because that helps us a lot with giving you more videos, more content to help you on your chess journey. I'll see you on the next video.